Okay, yeah, we go. Good morning, everybody. So today, this is a live section. This is a live class. And we want to use W3 School as our guide for today. So that is the reason we are using the website, right? So you can quickly go to this link W3 School /Python JSON. So what we'll be talking about today is that we'll be talking about Python JSONs, then Python regex. We'll be talking about pip. We'll be talking about try accept, then Python user input, how to accept input from users. Then we're talking about string formatting. So let's quickly go into our VS Code. Let's quickly go to into our VS Code, and then let's create a new file. Yeah, you come here. Let's create a new file. Let's uh, um live class. Let me do it live class dot py. So it's live class dot py. Click enter. Then we are here. So want to talk about Python JSON. So um what is Python JSON? So as I've said here, JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. That's what JSON stands for. So let me quickly enlarge my screen here so you can see. JSON stands for JavaScript Object or it. Can you see it? JavaScript Object Notation. Then it is a lightweight data interchange format that is easy to read and write. Then it is a text-based format that is similar to XML but is more compatible and efficient. So functions. What are the functions of JSON? What are the functions of JSON? Um, so W3 scope put JSON as well. JSON is a syntax for storing and what and exchanging data. So that's what W3 school put it. W3 school said JSON JSON is a syntax for storing and exchanging data. So JSON is text, right? Is text written with Java object notation. So you will get the notebook later, or you can check our YouTube page so you can get the whole source code and videos there. Okay, so let's quickly continue. So JSON is Python has a built-in package called JSON, which can be used to work with JSON data. And before you can use that, you have to what import JSON. You have to import JSON. So you have to import JSON. Then if you do that, you can now use JSON. So JSON data is represented in a dictionary as a dictionary in Python. I hope you guys um know what a um you guys know what a dictionary means, right? I hope you guys know what dictionary means. So a dictionary is that which is always in a what in a curly bracket, right? That has a key and a what and a value. right? So it is said that they are always represented as what, as a dictionary in Python. So JSON's data are converted to string using JSON.dump function. Yeah, you can convert JSON data using that. So um yeah, no. So JSON data is converted to a string using JSON dump. Yeah. So if you follow along, you will you will note what we're saying. So let us quickly. Do you understand what JSON means? Okay. So you get that later when you read through the note. So how do we use this example of a JSON file? We said that you have to first import JSON, right? Let's import JSON here. Let's import JSON. Sorry. Example of JSON. Let's import JSON. Then let's use this data set. We said that um JSON are represented in dictionary, right? So let me quickly pause this. So welcome back. So what we are trying to say earlier is that um JSONs represents the data using dictionary. And we told you that earlier that before you can use JSON, you have to first import JSON, which we have done here, which is import JSON. Then you now have to put your data in the dictionary. Our home will be using data, which is a variable, right? And we have these items stored inside the variable. Now, the next thing we need to do is to load our data, right? So how do we load our JSON's data? We can do that um using we can represent it into a variable again and do JSON JSON dot loads. Then what is the variable that you want to load, which is what, data. So can you say, so yeah, we load our data. Let me comment it here. um we load our JSON's data. Yeah. um which which we store which we store as data which we store as data. So now after that, the next thing now is to what, is to print y. The next thing, we have stored this data, this data. We have stored it into JSON. Then we now convert everything into y. We now store everything into y, right? So let us print y. Let's see what it will give us. Let me make comment to this because of repetition. So let's save this, and let's see what our results are. So if you click run here, oh, there's a error here, which says reload our data. So what our error is here, let's see what caused the error. Let's go to JSON dot load here. Hmm? And you have the source code. Yeah, so let's see what this is. Let's run in here. So can you see it gave us what? Um, let's try this. So let's put comment here. Let's see what. So let's run this. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, run. So I think um. So check if we can print out the only our whole document. Let's see if we can run the whole. Or can you see it brought out the whole JSON's data that you have stored, right? Yes. So yeah. So we use JSON.load to help us pass this variable as what as a JSON data. Then we now store everything into variable as y. Then we print y. Then the one that we did earlier, which is what print print um print y, then age means we want to get we want to get um the value for age. If you remember in our slicing, we talk this is how to slice and check indices, right? So if we want to check what is value for age, you can use this. So then if you run it again, you will get, can you see the value of age is what? That's it. Then let's do city. Let's check the value for city. So value for what? City. So let's run it again. Let's see. Can you see our city is what? New York. So that is a simple example of JSON. So you can also convert from Python to JSON. So if you have a Python object, you can convert it into what? JSON string using JSON.dump. So it is also part of the function to dump to convert from Python to JSON. Use JSON.dump. JSON dot what? Dump. Dump. So that is so we are still using the same example, right? And um one thing I want you to note is that if you want to do JSON, a JSON always um be in dictionary, right? It's always represented in dictionary. And if you check this, look at how they represented theirs. X is equal to what? This is same thing as this. So I hope you know that this is same thing as this. They just structure it differently. Did you get it? Yeah. So it's still same. It's still, let me copy it and show you. It's still same. Like all what they did was that they just press enter here. Then this one. Can you see that? So so this is how JSON looks, right? So JSON is represented like this. If you see any structure of data like this, it is always what as what? JSON. Did you get the point? So then let's say this is your JSON file. You now want to convert it to um it to, let's say this is a Python file. You now want it to convert you now want to convert it to JSON. Then do JSON.dump dot x. Then you now do what? Print. mm, you not do print y. So if you now run this, let's save this and run, you will see your result. So can you see your results? It's still the same thing, right? So this is just a simple way to do. So you can convert Python objects to the following into JSON file. You can convert dictionary into JSON. You can convert list into JSON. You can convert tuple into JSON. You can convert string into JSON. You can convert integers into JSON. You can convert float into JSON. You can convert boolean value, true or false value. You can convert it into JSON. You get the point? So yeah, good morning, good morning. So so these are the examples of example of how we can dump, and we have explained um how these things go. This is what we did here, right? So all you just need to do is just what? Do JSON dot what? Dot dump. I hope you all are following me, right? So you can go and try this yourself as well. So yeah, when you convert from Python to JSON, Python objects are converted into JSON data script. So I think this is that. That is that about JSON. So let's check format. So okay, so you can go ahead and check up other aspects of JSON. So let's quickly talk about Python regex. So Python regex. So we'll come back. So welcome back, everyone, everybody. So we'll be starting what we call regex today. Regex. So what is regex? Like what is regex? What is regex? Regex mm, is a short form for regular expression. As you have seen here, regex is a short form for regular expression. Now, it is a sequence of characters that forms a search pattern. It is what? A sequence of characters that form a search patterns. So regex can be used to check if a string contains the specific search pattern. I hope I'm communicating. So regex has module. So we call that regex module. So it is a Python. Python has a built-in package called RE, which can be used to work with what regular expressions. So remember, there are a lot of Python packages which I think you should be familiar with if you want to succeed in this area of specialization. So to use regex, you have to import the module using import re. When we wanted to use JSON, we said import JSON, right? Now that we want to use regex, we import re. So when you have imported re module, you can start using the regular expressions. So for example, let's take example. Let's see. Irregular expressions are a way to describe a search pattern using a string of characters. So they are used to match character combinations in strings. So regular expressions are powerful tools for matching patterns in string, which we have talked about, and they are majorly used in so many Python languages, including Python. And of course, we have said that regular expressions, which is regex, are used for search. You can use it to validate. You can use it to extract data from string. So yeah, let's get started. So we have imported RE, right? Let's say we have a variable called text. Text equal to, let's use any, someone should give me any text that we can use. Hmm? Like sentence. This is PsyConnect and I am I am a boy taking cyber cyber science. Cyber science. So this is our variable, right? You know our variable is was text, and we have sentence which is stored inside, right? Now let's see how we're gonna use search this string to see if it starts with the this and ends with science. So we want to search through this string to know if this string starts with this and end with what? Science. So how do we get started? We have to declare another variable called x. It can be anything. X will be equal to, we have imported our module, which is what? RE. RE dot search. RE dot search. So let's put in what we want to search there. We put in what do we want to search for. We want to search for this, right? This. Then we want to search for um s- science as well. Let's do science as well. Let's do science. 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 Then let's text. Let's check if this will actually work. Let's check if this will actually work. So let's click our run. So it ran, but we did not get results. So let's see what what happens here. Okay, so it says here that, yeah, okay. So you're gonna now write a what? A string, a function which is what? If x, if you find x, you should print, you should you should print you should print um yes, we find it. Then else, else you should do what? You should print no, we did not find it. Let's run it again. Let's see. it tells us what, that we do not find it. Do you know why I left this to be this science? Because there is a particular way that you should format, you should write your search. So, for example, I wrote this science because it cannot find the word this science together. That's why he gave us that we do not find it. So let's say we only put this. Let me copy this and rewrite. So let me make a comment to this. Then let me remove this science from there. Let's see if it will now give us another true value. So can you now see? Because we can find this in this statement, right? It tells us it tells us that what? Yes, we find it. But initially when I combined this and science, it told us that we did not find it. So if you want to check for two words at the same time, you need to format it using um there's something called greater than. If you look for this, you can find it on your system, on your this sign. You can find it on your system. Then you have to now put dots to separate it. Then the next words that you want to do, you have to use star. Then I think lastly you have to put your dollar sign here. Let's run this and let's run this. Let me open this. Let's now see if we're gonna get our all answers. It says no, we did not find. So because this condition is met already, that's why it refused to run other ones. So let me comment this one out. Let me comment this one out. Then let's run it again. Let's check. Can you see? It still gave us that no, we did not find it. So that regex. So regex offers some set of functions that allows us to search a string for a match. So you can the functions are find all. This will return a list of all the matches. Then it can do search. We use search, right? And the search is to return a match object. Then if there's a match object anywhere in the string, it will return that yes, this thing matches or not. Then you can also do find all. Can we do find all? Can we try some of this? So let's try. So instead of how dot search, let's do find all. Reg dot what? Find all. If you do find all, can you see that is there already? You do find all. Then let's do only this. Let me check if it's going to work. Let's save it. So let me comment this one out. So let me save it. Can you see? It tells us that what we find. Yes, we find it. So you can try this on your own. You can do split function. You can do sub function as well. Then there are a lot of meta character that you need to also be aware of if you want to use regex. Remember that we use this one in this one, which is what we're going to start from this, then it's going to end with what science. So it's going to end with science, which okay, let me uncomment this one out. So the explanation for this sign, this character we told you that in Reggae use various characters. Which are some of these ones that are here? You can try some of them out if you are available. Then the meaning of this one is that it's going to start with this, then it's going to end with what? Science. So my science is not spelled correctly. That's why it's telling us that no, he did not see it. So let me correct my science. Then let me now run this. Let me see if it's going to run. So can you see it says what? Yes, we find it. Let me put comment here. So for us to be double sure and we're running again, you will see that yeah, no, we did not find it. So that is that. That's all about reggae. So you can try try as many as possible as you can do. So there are a lot of everything there. So let's go to the next one, which was Python pip. Python pip. What is pip? Pip is a package manager for Python package or module itself. So let's make that guy. Python pip. What is Python pip? What is Python pip? So um a pip is a package installer for Python. What did we say? Pip is a package installer for Python. That is, pip allows you to install packages. Pip allows you to install softwares. Pip allows you to install anything, especially when you are doing Python project. So it is a package that is mainly used for what? Installation. If you want to install anything in Python, you have to do pip install this, pip install that. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. So do you understand what pip is used for now? Pip is a Python installer package that is used for installing softwares in Python. So it allows you to easily install and manage packages, right? And their what? And their dependencies. So um if you have Python 3.4 or later, so you can use pip, and which will be included in your Python by default. If you have Python version 3.4 or above, pip will be installed in your it will come alongside with your Python when you download Python. But if you want to use Python 3.3, you will have to download pip separately. So that is what he is talking about. So what is package? What really is a package? A package contains all the files you need for a module. So modules are Python code library that you can include in your project. So these are some of the words that you need to know if you want to be working with Python. So to check if you have pip installed already, but naturally pip comes with Python. Once you download Python, pip package comes alongside with it. But you still have to check if pip is installed in your Python by doing pip dash 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 version. So you can check that using your terminal. You can open a new terminal. You will open a new terminal. You can check if you have pip installed using pip dash 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 what version, right? If you click enter, it will show you the the version of Python that has been installed. Can you see now? Yeah, okay. It did not work here, but let me. So you can check that using your CMD. Let us check CMD. CMD. You can go to your CMD, your command prompt. Go to your command prompt and type pip dash dash what version. If you click enter, it should show you. Can you see? It shows you your pip version is what 24 point what point two. Then it's telling you that it is installed as what as a side package from what from my Python 3.12. So that is the way to check if pip is installed. And if you do not have pip installed, you can download and install pip too from this link. So downloading a package is very easy. So all you need to do is open your command line or your command prompt, then um, and tell people to download the package you want to use. Let's say you want to download Anaconda, pip install Anaconda. If you want to download install anything, pip install that particular thing. Did you guys get it? So usage of package. Once the package is installed, it is now ready to use. Then you can now uh, start doing whatever you want. So any question about it before we go further? So let's talk about try except. Try except. So what is try except? Try except in Python. So let's come. What is try except? What is try except? What is try except in Python? Anybody? What is try except in Python? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. The try blocks let you to test a block of code for errors. Now, why the except block lets you to handle the error. The try allow you to test if there's a error inside a code, right? The except allows you to undo that error, while the else block lets you to execute the code when there is no error. And finally, the blocks define now lets you to execute the code regardless of the result of the try and except block. That means if there is error, you should still run it. If there is not, you should still run it. Um, so the exception handling, when an error occurs or there is an exception, as we call it, Python will normally stop and generate an error message. This exception can be handled using the try statement. You know, if you're trying to do some things and you made a mistake, right? And Python tells you that there's an error, right? So you can override that kind of error and let Python to continue. So we use that using what the try and except. So do you now know the reason and the usefulness of try and except function, right? So the exception can undo using try. So uh did for example let's try this out. Let's see. we said it should print X, then except it should do what? Print an exception occur. That means we might have we might have declared what X is all about. Hmm? You want to what? Yes. So it can be it works for any kind of thing you want to do in Python. Anything you want to do in Python, it can be useful, right, for you there. Since you're trying to raise an error to check if there's an error, you can also use that. So that about try and else. So you can follow this and check examples and try yourself, right? So let's quickly go to this second to the last part, user input. So user input allows you to accept input from users. Do you all get me? It allows you to accept input from users. So if you want to accept input from users, you use the what input method, right? This method is a bit different from the one that um, exists in Python 2.7. So the Python 3.6 uses the input method, while the Python 2.7 uses the raw input method. Yeah, for example, let me copy this code so we tell you what we do. So we have a variable called username. So we want to get the username of the people. This user input or this input function can be used especially when you are using form. When you're doing forms, right? If you're doing forms, it can be useful there. Then if you are if you're using form, then you can also use that. Then you can accept input. So let's run this code so to see what we get. So if you can see that it tells you the word enter username. That means in this code we use the input function to what? To ask user to enter username, right? So whatever the user enters here, it will not be stored here. We are now asking that whatever the user input, it should print what the username is this. So let me input my username. My username should be what? Remilekun54. So if you use this method, it will not work. So rather, you go to your terminal, you do Python, run live class.py. Okay. So can you see usernames? So you just do Remi. Yes. So can you now see? Yes, input. So input function is used to what accept input from users. So as you can see that here it says what enter username. Let me increase yes so that you can see it. So can you see? It says here what enter username, and I entered what Remilekun. Then it now printed what username is what Remilekun. So it can be used by any way or anything you want to use, in as much you're trying to what accept input from what from user. So you can try as many as possible. So let's go to our last class, which is what? String formatting. What is string formatting? String formatting. What is string formatting? Let me quickly write it there. What is string formatting? Now, uh, hmm? so F string was introduced in Python 3.6 and now is the preferred way of formatting string. Before Python 3.6, we normally use the format method, but now we use what? The F string. So what is F string? F string. F string. Strings. Python. So, so the F strings allow you to format selected parts of a string. Mind you, it is basically used for what? It is basically used for what? For string, right? So it allows you to what? To format um only a string. I mean, to specify a string as an F string, simply put an F in front of the string, literally, right? For example, let's see this example. We declared a variable called name, then we store John inside. Then we declared another variable age, we put 30 inside. So now, how do we now use our string formatting? We now want to do hello, my name is whatever thing that we store inside name will be there, and I am the age years old. If you put it like that without putting your F string, it will not work. And mind you, to use F string, you have to use curly brackets. So if you run this, you will know that. Okay, let's run this. So can you see? Oh, I will have to. Okay, can you now see that it gave us hello, my name is John, and I am what? 30 years old. But if you do not put this F string there, you will see that it's not going to work. So let me comment this one out so that it will not be bringing us back. Then let me save this. Then let's run this code again. Then can you now see that it now printed what we have here, not the string. It printed what? Hello, my name is what? Name. Is this really what we wanted? No. But because we have removed the F string, it's supposed to represent, whenever it sees this name, it should represent it with the content, John. And whenever it sees this age, it should represent it with what? With 30. But because we have removed the F string, that's why he just printed it out like what? Like a string. You get it? So if we now put the F string, then and save it, then run it again, you will see that it's going to change. Can you see? Now it gave us what? The real output that we wanted, which was hello, my name is what? John, and I am what? 30 years old. So that's the basic thing how we use F string. So you can go and try so many things that you want. And this brings us to the end of our class today. So if you have any question, you can let me know.